The Sangre de Cristo Mountains are the southernmost subrange of the Rocky Mountains. They are located in southern Colorado and northern New Mexico in the United States. The mountains run from Poncha Pass in south-central Colorado, trending southeast and south, ending at Glorieta Pass, southeast of Santa Fe, New Mexico. The mountains contain a number of 14,000-foot peaks in the Colorado portion, as well as all the peaks in New Mexico which are over 13,000 feet. The name of the mountains may refer to the occasional reddish hues observed during sunrise and sunset, and when alpenglow occurs, especially when the mountains are covered with snow. Although the particular origin of the name is unclear, it has been in use since the early 19th century. Before that time the terms La Sierra Nevada, La Sierra Madre, La Sierra, and the Snowies were used. According to tradition, Sangre de Cristo were the last words of a Catholic priest who was killed by Indians. Sometimes the archaic Spanish spelling, Cristo, is used. Land management and recreation overview. Much of the mountains are within various national forests, the Rio Grande and San Isabel in Colorado, and the Carson and Santa Fe in New Mexico. These publicly accessible areas are popular for hunting, camping, hiking, mountain biking, backpacking, climbing, and cross-country and downhill skiing. The mountains include two large wilderness areas, the Sangre de Cristo Wilderness in Colorado and the Pecos Wilderness in New Mexico, as well as some smaller wilderness areas, such as Latter Peak Wilderness. The Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve lies on the southwest side of the mountains in Colorado. Subranges. The Sangre de Cristo Mountains are divided into various subranges, described here from north to south. Use of the terms Sangre de Cristo Range and Sangre de Cristo Mountains is inconsistent, and either may refer to either the northernmost subrange, the southernmost subrange, or the mountains as a whole. Sangre de Cristo Range. The Sangre de Cristo Range, the largest and most northerly subrange of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, runs directly along the east side of the Rio Grande Rift, extending southeast from Poncha Pass for about 75 miles through south-central Colorado to Glorieta Pass, approximately 20 miles west of Walsenburg. They form a high ridge separating the San Luis Valley on the west from the watershed of the Arkansas River on the east. Crestones. The Crestones are a group of four 14,000-plus foot peaks in the Sangre de Cristo Range above Crestone, Colorado. Spanish Peaks. The Spanish Peaks are a pair of volcanic mountains, West Spanish Peak and East Spanish Peak, located in southwestern Huerfano County, Colorado. The Spanish Peaks were designated a National Natural Landmark in 1976 as one of the best-known examples of igneous dikes. The mountains can be seen as far north as Colorado Springs, as far west as Alamosa, points south to Raton, New Mexico, and points east of Trinidad. Culebra Range. The Culebra Range runs almost due north and south, with its northern limit at Glorieta Pass in Colorado, and its southern limit at Costilla Creek, just south of Big Costilla Peak in New Mexico. Its highest point is Culebra Peak, which is notable for being the only 14er in Colorado which is on private land. Climbers wishing to ascend Culebra must pay a fee, and the number of climbers per year is limited. Standing to the east of the main crest of the two prominent Spanish peaks, unlike the rest of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, these are volcanic, with conical shapes and prominent dikes radiating outward. These peaks were important landmarks on the mountain branch of the Santa Fe Trail. Taos Mountains. The Taos Mountains span the western lobe of the range from Costilla Creek in the north to Tres Ritos in the south. They include the highest point in New Mexico, Wheeler Peak, 13,161 feet, which is part of the small Wheeler Peak Wilderness. Other notable peaks include Pueblo Peak, 12,305 feet, which rises dramatically above Taos Pueblo, and Latter Peak, 12,708 feet. Williams Lake is located below Wheeler Peak in the Wheeler Peak Wilderness. Taos Ski Valley lies just to the west of Wheeler Peak. Much of the central portion of the Taos Mountains are on Taos Pueblo land. As viewed from Taos, they are locally called Taos Mountain. The southern portion of the Taos Mountains, between Palo Flechado Pass and Tres Ritos, is lower and less dramatic than the northern section, with its high point being Cerro Vista, 11,939 feet. The Fernando Mountains are a small subrange lying in this section, just south of U.S. Route 64. Cimarron Range. The Cimarron Range lies across the Moreno Valley to the east of the Taos Mountains. It is a lower range, with its highest point being Baldy Mountain. The Philmont Scout Ranch lies on the east side of the Cimarron Range. Rincon Mountains. This is a minor subrange, significantly lower than the rest of the Sangre de Cristo. It lies east of the southernmost portion of the Taos Mountains. Santa Fe Mountains. Rounding out the Sangre de Cristo Mountains of the Santa Fe Mountains, which include all peaks south of Nanometer Route 518. This group lies near Santa Fe and surrounds the Pecos Wilderness, which protects the source watershed of the Pecos River. The peaks include Trucias Peak as the highest point. Other notable peaks are Santa Fe, Baldy, and Jiquita Peak. The Pecos Wilderness is crossed by many trails and is popular for backpacking and for fishing in its high alpine lakes. Prominent peaks.